So President Tinubu is set to travel tomorrow to have a hopefully a positive conversation or discussion with the Vice President of the U.S., who is going to be representing President Donald Trump. Of course, the last couple of days have been very, very edgy for Nigerians. Because of the heightened terrorism incidents, attacks, and all of that in the North Central and far north, whereby they've disrupted lives, people's peace, freedom to trade, to live, peacefully, and also unaliving, going as far as unaliving innocent Nigerians, abduction, kidnapping, and all kinds of evil things that they've done. And because of that, because of how heightened it had been in recent times, President Donald Trump decided to weigh in on this. And of course, the very popular tweet that he put out a few days ago saying that if the government of Nigeria are unable to handle this terrorism incident, then he's going to be forced to come in. That is, the US will be forced to come in to end this terrorism incident once and for all. And when the US says they want to come in, then you obviously know that they're coming in with the big guns, the heavy machineries, and all of that to engage these areas and blow these people out of this world. That's basically what that entailed. But that was seen as a disrespect. A lot of people saw it as a disrespect to Nigeria, which is a sovereign state and should, in practical and also in theory, be able to manage its own challenges and its own shortfalls. So America coming in to a sovereign country to handle an issue is seen as an affront. So a lot of people, or a lot of sections of Nigerians are of the belief that this is an affront to the country. Talk about the activist Sowore. His recent post shows that it's not ideal. He, in fact, said that anytime the US comes into another country and tries to settle things, violently, the way that they plan to come into Nigeria, according to Donald Trump, guns are blazing, which is obviously coming in with their heavy machineries and guns and all of that, then it's going to leave the country in a much more mess than it was before they came in. So this is why people like Sowore and some other activists are try to push that it's not ideal for we to allow the US to come into the country. But a lot of other people also believe that we've had enough in this country. Things have really gone badly. The government are not even caring. That, I mean, what the heck? They should just come in and do whatever they want to do, they have to do, or they want to do to end this terrorism, incident once and for all. No matter how it is, at least right now everybody's feeling it. The governments that refuse to act, all these years, and even recently, that the unaliving of people have become very serious. Now they are forced to act. Even president himself now is under some fire. Like, if he's sitting on the hot seat, he wants to travel tomorrow to have a conversation with Donald Trump and his people. But I don't think Donald Trump is going to want to see him if he's even if he's in the country. So right now, based on the report, he's going to meet with the vice president of the United States. Well, we'll just see what happens. Of course, this is very good for Nigeria as a country, because that's what we've been looking for, clamoring for since, to stir up the government, to actually make them know or understand what the people are passing through, that a lot of people are losing their lives. Bad things are happening to people in different parts of this country. You talk about Kaduna, the unaliving of people have been a consistent occurrence in the last couple of days, and it's been a consistent occurrence in several years, and it's not stopping. These people keep doing this thing, and then the next day they continue again. Nobody seems to even be to even antagonize them. It doesn't seem like the government are even sending any troops to try and stop these people. So they have some kind of impunity, some kind of freedom to do what they do. So this is obviously why personally I'm happy that Donald Trump has come into this situation, and there's only going to be positive from here on because everybody now will now be working helter skelter to try and get this done. But we'll see what happens.